My name is Brandon Collins. I am the Corporate Executive Chef for Unilever Food Solutions, and with me is Chef Blaine. Did I get it right? All right. I'm so nervous I was going to say his name wrong. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about two of our SKUs, but the main one, the one to rule them all, is going to be our cream soup base from LeGout. And what's the number one thing that we deal with in the industry right now from issue-wise, aside from supply chain, is we're looking at labor, right? Labor across the board. It's hard to find skilled labor. It's hard to find people in general, let alone skilled labor, right? So the beauty about the cream soup base is it gives you stability and it gives you consistency across the board. And it also allows you to have anybody in your operation make it. So the cool thing about it is that it's gluten-free. It's a just add water product, and it also thickens in cold water. So you can use this as a bechamel in a bag. So anything you would use bechamel for, you could utilize the cream soup base for. If you want to make cream soup, you want to make Alfredo sauce, you want to make cacio e pepe, you want to make anything along that line, this is going to give you that ability. So initially what we're going to do is we're going to add this powder directly into cold water, and it's going to start to thicken almost instantaneously. And the cool thing about it is that this allows you to be able to create something instantly without having to heat it up. You don't have to worry about cooling it down. You don't have to worry about your staff mistreating it. So you can do it from cold, it thickens, it works out extremely well. On top of this, we just have to bring it up to 165 degrees at some point in the life of the product. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add some of our new Knorr liquid concentrated seafood base. The cool thing about our seafood base is that it's liquid, so it emulsifies instantly into cold water. You'll notice a theme here, right? It tastes like a fresh lobster stock because it is. We take a lobster stock, we reduce it, we stabilize it. It is shelf stable for the life of the product, and it is gluten-free. So again, giving you that nice, beautiful seafood flavor profile at the drop of a hat. Being able to have that fresh lobster body stock without having to worry about who's producing it. So with that, we are also going to then add some potatoes, and we are going to add some crab or some lobster and some shrimp to that as well to make a really quick bisque. So as you can see, it's already thickened. And now we're going to turn it on and bring it up to temperature. And while we're waiting on that, we are going to add our liquid concentrate, which again, it emulsifies instantly into cold water, so I don't have to have it at a certain temperature. I can very easily drop it right in. It emulsifies, it's ready to go. We have a chain that actually makes their seafood bisque just like this, and then they take it and they heat it up in the microwave. It works extremely well. And it gives them that stability, and again, they don't have to worry about the overcooking or heating it incorrectly or cooling it down incorrectly. So on top of that, if we're looking at the cream soup base, it also is a stabilizer. It is freeze-thaw stability. So that means if you have a large batch that you want to make, mac and cheese, you want to make lasagna, anything along that line, you can then make big batches whenever you have people on site, pop it in the freezer, pull it out, and then you can bake it without having to worry about leaching or breaking down or anything along that line as well. So as you have that, it's gluten-free. It is also no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives as well. And you have that shelf stability that we were talking about earlier. So we have the flavor in there. Again, we don't need to add any sort of seasoning. There's salt in the liquid itself. We're gonna drop our potatoes directly in there. And then we are also going to add our lobster as well. Another thing is there's a little bit of salad shrimp in there as well. Another thing that I use the Seafood LCB for is if I'm buying frozen lobster, right? What ends up happening is frozen lobster ends up leaching a lot of that flavor out. So this way, as I reheat it, I can add some of this seafood liquid concentrate to it. And that's going to help bring that lobster flavor out throughout the dish. I can also take the lobster and cook it in that as well to help increase that flavor profile. And I can also cook shrimp in it as well to help enhance flavor and to help bring that kind of seafood flavor through a little bit more. Now, I can also make mac and cheese with it, right? I can add it as a seasoning to the cream soup base or to my cream base, my bechamel base for mac and cheese to help carry a seafood mac and cheese flavor through as well. So as this comes up to temp, again, it takes, 5-10 minutes? and you have a beautiful soup ready to rock and roll. So you can utilize the liquids as a seasoning, you can utilize it as a broth, and you can utilize the cream soup base, again, as anything you would for a bechamel and a lot of things that you would use dairy for. And the beauty about it is that from a cost perspective, it's like a quarter of the price of most of your dairy as well, and it stays a consistent price across the board. Each bag, 1.4 gallons. There are 6 bags per case. So that being said, again, I tend to fly through these demos, so I don't make it complicated on myself at all. We are now 6 minutes in, so I even went quicker than last time, even though I tried to slow down. But again, that's the beauty of the product. You can use it for so many different things. It gives you stability, it gives you consistency, and anybody in your kitchen can utilize it. So yeah, and that's that. Questions from the gallery?
Thank you very much, Chef Brady.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.